Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Here we are in beautiful Greece. This is May 2024 on the Corfu island and riding from the southern part northbound on the west coast. So here I am on a fast transit road that connects the southern part of the island with northern part. Now let's say, well, what if we take the roads that are the steepest? So try to find the steepest descents to very scenic beaches. So let's see how that goes. And by the way, I'm riding on a SYM ST200i, that stands for fuel injection, and I really like this scooter. It's powerful enough, it's comfortable, it goes for about 200 kilometers between refueling, and it's just great for all-around island riding. So this is the first beach, not much of a steep descent, but the view is very beautiful. So it's wild, remote, but not so remote that you would feel alone. It has a cafe, and it's just serene, peaceful, quiet. I really like this. But onwards to the next beach. There isn't much to see as you're traversing the countryside, but once you get to towns like this small village, you really have to be careful with these blind corners. It gets really dangerous in case a large vehicle is coming, so better go slow and enjoy the scenery, because sometimes these houses are very beautiful. Back on transit roads, but not going too hard, because these roads are actually very slippery, especially when they're wet. So better be careful in corners. There is a layer of junk that's been formed by days and days of sunshine and vehicles passing, and oil spills and all of that. So you better be careful and better ride safe than hard on these islands, because sometimes roads seem in a very good state, but actually what you don't see is that their surface is very slippery. So here we are at another beach on our route. The descent to this one wasn't steep either, but we got to do a little bit of off-roading through the sand here. Yeah, the scooter handled it really well. I'm joking, of course. Yeah, it's nice to be able to ride this close to a beach, but anyway, we didn't stay for long here, just passed through and set the destination to the next one. Beautiful. So just about here it started getting interesting, because while the road was getting worse, we started riding parallel to the cliff. So we had the beautiful Mediterranean on the left side and the cliffs on the right side. And it was at this point that it started to feel like adventure riding. So as it gets steeper and steeper going downhill, what you don't see on the camera is that the scooter struggle to go down at a slow speed, because the transmission engages after a certain speed because it's centrifugal. So it's really it takes lots of braking. For example, while you are going under 20 kilometers per hour, you might have to resort solely to braking. But if you want to go faster, like 25, 30, then you can use the engine brake. Sometimes it's just not possible to go that fast because it's not safe. So then you really have to use the brakes way more than you would use on a motorcycle if you put it in a first gear and just go downhill, leveraging the engine brake. So finally got a nice good incline here, going abruptly and straight to the sea. So this is where it actually scared me off a bit, and I decided to go back, then walk towards the end of the road downhill. I'll just let you enjoy the views.
Teraz trochę lepiej trochę.
And here we are in a nice little village, very cozy, very alive, nice atmosphere. And the special thing about this place is the big rock you can see rising from the sea. Anyway, we decided to not hang around this place for too much because it was so crowded, and went on for the next one. And here we were actually going in the opposite direction, but we decided to turn around for a bit because, well, look at this view. I think it's one of the most beautiful views we got to see here on the island of Corfu.
Whoa. Да.
And here we are on our way to the final destination and the final descent, and it was here that it was getting pretty extreme from a road quality perspective. We even got to traverse a partially collapsed road, which was not in the best state.
Yang motor berhenti. Enggak. I think it's the one. I think it's line on stop.
So here we are at the partially collapsed road, and while I didn't feel unsafe, I didn't hang around for long. It just made me feel unwell. For those that say that, well, it's not really a big thing, the roads look good, I'll just shortly bring up the 2015 earthquake that struck Lefkada, a Greek island not far away from Corfu. And as you can see, it was pretty bad. And it was here that we had to turn to the right. It was pretty obscure for an entrance to a nice, serene, very beautiful beach, but this was it.
Kita sentarkan keluar. Tá, vai por nervoso. Tá, que era desse.
And here we are, our destination. Really beautiful view from this place, and we did hang around for a while, took a short break. we actually enjoyed it. So this is it. Thank you very much for watching. If you also enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and then I'll see you in the next one.